Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you a very fascinating Super Blitz game which Magnus Carlsen played during his recent banter Blitz session on Chess24. In this game Carlsen is playing with white pieces and his opponent is an international chess master playing under the nickname keyzerSo. This game was played with a 3-minute time control. But before starting our game, make sure that you are subscribed in order not to miss my future uploads. As I've already mentioned, Carlsen was playing with white pieces and he opened up with e4. Black responded with e5. And there it goes, guys. We have this hyper-aggressive King's Gambit. Just a perfect choice when you are looking for double-edged positions. But Black's response was also aggressive and keyzerSo responded with a Folkbeer counter Gambit. It takes d5 by Carlsen. Here Black has two main choices, can either play e4 or go for e takes f4. In our game we have e takes f4 already. Black is threatening queen h4 check, that's why Carlsen developed his kingside knight, knight f6 and bishop e2. Well, I have to tell you that in games against Wang Yu or Levon Aronian, earlier, Carlsen had chosen bishop c4, but in our game he goes for bishop e2, which looks somewhat passive, but again there is nothing wrong with this move. Knight takes d5 by Black, c4, knight f6, and d4. Carlsen is kicking away Black knight and is opening up the dark squared bishop's diagonal. Want to win back the sacrificed pawn. Bishop b4 check. Black is developing his bishop with a tempo. Knight c3, after which we have castling by both sides. Knight c6, and there it goes, we have bishop takes f4. White is winning back the sacrificed pawn. Bishop g4, d5, knight d7, and bishop g5. The threat is bishop takes f6. That's why Black opened up the queen's diagonal, but now comes knight d4. Carlsen is offering the exchange of light squared bishops and at the same time is opening up the f-file for the rook, thus intensifying the pressure on f6. Here Black went for bishop takes e2, White responded with knight c takes e2 and bishop e7. Black is strengthening his knight on f6, but now comes knight f5 with another threat. White wants to capture on e7 and then on f6. All the time Carlsen is managing to create problems for his opponent, but this knight takes f5 move steps into knight takes d5, and on the surface it looks like that Black managed to win a pawn, but Carlsen made another powerful move and this time he played bishop h6. The idea is that now if g takes h6 then c takes d5 and White is leaving Black with a shattered kingside pawn structure. That's why after bishop h6 Black played knight f6, but in here Carlsen's bishop advanced once again and this time we have bishop takes g7, rook e8 and knight g3, though Carlsen could move away his queen, thus avoiding the exchange of queens and only go for knight g3. But he goes for knight eg3 straight away and bishop c5 check by Black, which gives Black absolutely nothing. Instead it was better to go for the exchange of queens straight away and play rook d8, leaving the bishop on e7 and still protecting the knight on f6. But in our game we have bishop c5 check, to which Carlsen responded with king h1, and after the exchange of queens on d1, now the knight on f6 is hanging. Black played knight g4, but this time Carlsen played h3 and Black is in trouble, guys. Black is in trouble. Here Black played knight f2 check, but this is losing on the spot. Well, knight e3 could have prolonged Black's resistance. This is a very important move which is forcing the exchange of knights and is neutralizing the upcoming mating threat, but even in this case White has a huge advantage. Let's go back, but in our game after h3 we have knight f2 check, to which Carlsen responded with an exchange sacrifice. Rook takes f2 is on the board, guys. I know many of you love to hear the munching sound, and there it goes. We have rook takes f2. Black recaptured with the bishop and we have knight h5. And now guys we reached a very picturesque position where these two knights are supporting the bishop on g7 and at the same time White is threatening checkmate in one. A very beautiful position, right? Look at this beauty. And it turns out that there is no way out. Black king is in a mating net. f6 was made a desperate attempt and there it goes, we have knight h6 checkmate. Let's take a look at that picturesque position once again. This is move 23 and we have a beauty on the board. Well, in the end, let's also solve a chess puzzle. Please take a look at this position, which is also taken from a game played by Magnus Carlsen. The task is to find the winning move for white. It's white to move, and I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. In the end, here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.